Hello, this is Manesh Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is November 28, 2010. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the global markets, where we cover everything from SP, NASDAQ, European markets, Asian markets, some of South America, and so forth. Normal procedures. This is our disclaimer. This is for educational use only. All charts are either in Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or FreeStockCharts.com. Here are my contact details. The heat map will be coming online very soon, probably in about a week or two. And you could also follow us on Twitter at Ichimoku Trading. Okay, let's get to the charts because we've got a lot to cover. I'm going to kind of do things in a little reverse order today. Reason why is we're going to start going for the global markets first before we cover the U.S. markets. And reason why is I kind of want you guys to see exactly where things are at with the global markets and then go from there. Let's first start off with Europe. We're going to look at basically three markets there: the German, London, and Paris. Okay, so if we look at the Frankfurt market, here's a weekly time frame of the Ichimoku, and you could see from the Ichimoku chart, Frankfurt is doing really well, and it continues to go up higher. Last week it did. The only thing now cautious that we're kind of wary of is that the price is starting to escape the Tinkinson. Tinkinson should be following along with price very closely, but it's not. And if you notice that the Kijun-sen is now getting close to the Tinkinson too, that's not good at all. So this is telling us that there may be a pullback very soon for the Frankfurt market, but it's still very, very strong as far as the bullish side is concerned. Let's go look at the London market. If you notice, the London market is below the Tinkinson, so that's weak in Europe compared to the German market. Right now, the price is between the Tinkinson and Kijun-sen, so we're basically in a pullback mode as far as the London market is concerned on a weekly time frame. Notice here, it kind of did a fake double top here, broke it, then went straight down. This thing actually looks like it may have topped out and may sit there and try to go lower. And if you look at the daily time frame, we're in the cloud here. So there's a high possibility of this thing right here. Right now it went to the middle of the cloud, but there's a possibility that this thing could get to about 54.50, then bounce off that, and then truly see what's going to happen there. However, the daily is not going to start a trend until it breaks through the cloud for a couple of days. Okay, so let's go back to the weekly time frame. We've covered that. Let's cover Paris. If you look at Paris, Paris is weak, just like London. It's actually more weak than the London. The reason why is it's closer to the cloud and also to the Kijun-sen. So, you know, if you're doing any Paris trading or anything like that, you could probably go long on the Frankfurt and probably short on the Paris indexes. Okay, let's go out to Asia. Let's start off with Sydney. If you look at Sydney, we're below the Tinkinson too. Notice all these markets almost looking the same. The charts are okay on the weekly time frame. So there's Sydney. Let's go look at Hong Kong market. If you look at the Hong Kong market, basically it's been the pullback phase too because it's below between the Tinkinson and Kijun-sen. Let's go look at the Nikkei. Nikkei, you remember it was bearish. It's starting to make a move to go to the top side. All we're expecting now on the Nikkei is a little pullback here, as close as we can to this Tinkinson value here, which is the conversion line at 96.4079. If it could pull back to there and then take off and break this level of 10,250, there's a high possibility of the Nikkei market starting to trend to the bullish side. But we really needed to pull back and then break this level here of this value of 10,236 before it goes to the top side. Let's go to Chinese market. Chinese market is in the pullback phase. You notice the the Chicago is in the cloud, so we're definitely consolidating right now. This was bear. Those the future cloud was bearish, now it's starting to turn bullish. So if this market right here, if it actually breaks 3,000 level again, this thing does have a possibility of trending to the top side. This is the Chinese market, so we're definitely going to keep a lookout for that one. Bombay market, we're finally getting the pullback that we desperately wanted. We're going to wait till price could get close to the Kijun-sen here. If it gets close to the Kijun-sen around 18,685, then we're going to be looking at going bullish on the Indian market, but we got to wait and see what happens once it gets to that level to see if it goes past it. Okay, but you got to wait and see approach. So that gives you the global markets there. Let's go and cover the U.S. markets. If you look at the ES basically touched down on the Tinkinson last week. and bounced off it a little. Now we gotta wait and see approach, but Chicago is very, very strong, so this thing does have a momentum to the top side as far as the ES is concerned. Let's go look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, if you look at it, still hasn't even approached the Tenkan-sen at all. It's still very, very strong compared to the ES. You could see last week was a lighter volume due to the holidays here in the U.S., but still, this thing still looks very, very strong to the top side. Okay, and if you look at the Dow, we're pretty much right at the Tenkan-sen. So if you look at here, it seems like the ES is a little stronger than the Dow now, but both the ES and the Dow are pretty much almost at the level. Again, we still emphasize if you're going to go long, probably go long on the NASDAQ and probably go short on S&P or Dow as a hedge trade. Because it does look very, very good on both as far as that is concerned. Let's quickly look at the daily time frame. If you look at the daily time frame, you could see that basically everything's just consolidating as far as the Dow futures are concerned. NASDAQ futures, if you look at them, we're still above the Kijun-sen, but notice the Tenkan-sen is below the Kijun-sen, so it's asking it for a pullback. Once this does a pullback and then it goes up and breaks this level here of 2165, this thing can start trending on the daily time frame, which will continue to move forward on the weekly. Okay. And then the ES, if you look at the ES, just looks like the Dow basically consolidated. The longer these things consolidate, the bullish momentum is going to come out of them as far as the daily is concerned. So this week they really got to start making a move to the top side, and you'll probably start seeing some more moves. Reason why is it's the last couple of weeks, last week and the week before that, low volume. And it was due to the holidays. So this week, hopefully, the volume will come back and start giving us an indication of exactly where these markets going to head into the holidays. But we'll have to wait and see, approach, and then go from there. Okay. So again, here are my contact details. If you have any questions, please let